for
So,
each of the.
so we believe them to be in violation of the INF treaty. They also complain and say some of our launchers are in violation as well.
That's correct.
Do you think that this can be worked out through discussion, that we are at a point where there could be a resolution of these things, that both sides might have to give a little bit on this, or do we just acknowledge that there's no way we're in violation of anything?
We haven't had progress thus far. I'd say that we have an interagency process that's looking through that now on what are some of the options that we have available.
All right. But it seems to me, and a lot of this is very detailed, whether or not something technically is in violation or not, that it seems like an openness to having discussion and ongoing discussion is important. Now, both of you acknowledge that the New START treaty we are in compliance with, and yet both of you seem to be the tenor is that you're very concerned, could we even go forward because they're in violation of so many other treaties and INF, et cetera. And I guess my only concern is that you know, with the Iran agreement, everybody kept saying they're in compliance with the Iran agreement, Iran's in compliance, but we were still unhappy about other things Iran was doing. And I think there are some similarities here that many of us think the New START treaty was an advantage and that it brought down the threat of nuclear weapons. We have less nuclear weapons, and that there were good things that came from New START. I guess my concern is that we could be throwing all of that out and saying, well, they're violating the INF, or they're violating this, you know, conventional forces treaty and all these other treaties, and we don't like all the stuff they're doing, which is true, but I worry that we just throw then the New START treaty out. And so I hope that people will think about, we try to get the best that we can, and we negotiate from a position of strength, but I'm concerned that we would just say simply, just start over, and it's not always that easy. I think the Iran agreement will actually be very difficult to start again from the very beginning. You know, instead of starting with what are we complying on and going to our differences, let's don't throw everything out. Let's start with what we're complying on. If New START is working, maybe we then look at the INF. And that's the only caution that I would have in looking at this. And that also just to say that at least our office, we're very interested in what goes on with these and would like to have you come in and talk some more to us about how the meetings are going, what the differences are, and what the possibilities of resolving things are. Thank you.